What's up, y'all? This is your boy, Instinct of Doom, and it has been a while since I have last uploaded, so I have decided to give you guys a very special treat today. And for today's video, it is going to be Death from Puss in Boots, Last Wish versus the entire My Hero Academia franchise. And so, let us get into it. So for our first opponent is going to be Death. And I am going to shout out to my man Godzilla for the death scaling, so I will give credit in the description below. And as for death scaling or speed scaling, he can completely overwhelm and speed blitz Puss in Boots, who should scale very close to Shrek and Fiona. And as we know from his intro, Puss in Boots actually killed ogres before. He's also shown to be able to completely speed blitz Shrek, as we know he can tag arrows firing. Puss in his show, which is shown and proven to be set between Shrek 1 and 2, has him react to arrows and even magical lightning. Actually consistent, which is at the very least massively hypersonic, and also for Fiona in her freeze frame scene is hypersonic as well. Because of that, we can at the very least know that Puss should be able to easily blitz people who are massively hypersonic, and he also blitzed the procession of those same people before. The bolts of lightning can even hit him and went much further than the electricity itself, and yet Death was able to completely split blitz his perception in the bar fight. Now for his AP and durability, he should be the strongest enemy Puss has ever faced, since he terrified Puss into running for his life and into retirement, whereas we know that Puss was more than willing to go up against Jack Horner, Goldilocks, and the Three Bears gang, since he can harm Shrek. To this would also scale him pretty well, as Shrek has survived fireballs from Dragon that scale to at the very least town and small city with ease, and even all the way to mountain to possibly island level based on a whole sheet 8s in Shrek 4D. Now granted, you can take this how you will. The lower ends are easily undeniable, and they would still be mountain to island, and yet Death just annihilates Puss. And in round 2, Puss beats him in that regard, but there is context to it, and that is because Puss changed his view on things and Death does not want to kill him anymore and completely gives up. But also, Death can also walk through the Wishing Star completely unfazed, and the Wishing Star, it has shown to destroy trees and humans, and it is capped to be easily mountain level, possibly up to continent, even up to multi-continental, and Death just walks right through it. And to go even higher, it is noted that if Horner got all the magic in the world, he would be able to destroy the entire planet Earth, as it was shown in his vision globe. Also, Death actually dared Puss to use the Wishing Star's power and was casual about it too, so he easily scaled to it, if not outright above it. There is an argument for universal death, but I will not be using that stuff in this video because it's not needed. And now, as for Death's abilities, he's able to have some skill feats as superhuman physical characteristics, weapon mastery via his dual sickles that he fought Puss with, and he even combined them to make a double-handed blade, to which he maneuvered just as well, in which he overpowered and outfought Puss with both weapons, causing the latter to lose his rapier in 2 different occasions. He has immortality because he is the physical embodiment of Death itself. He also has abstract existence via of what the concept of death. And he was also used his weapons to create fire in Shrekverse, destroys ghosts, and we see Dragon Pop Farquaad in Shrek 4D. Death should be also be able to do the same thing. And Death also destroys the Caves of Lost Souls, and when Death asks Puss if he's going to run away to more lives, implies that all those past lives are gone. And he also resists fire because he literally walks through them. He also resists deconstruction because the Wishing Star barrier disintegrated people in some of the land. And he is argued to be nigh omnipresent because Death is literally the Grim Reaper for the verse, and meaning he can see deaths of countless people, and he would exist in multiple places at once. He also can teleport because he appeared in the stool next to Puss without anybody knowing, and as well spontaneously manifested in a large crowd of people. He also has clairvoyance, which he knows that any of his victims are at their death's door. He also has fear manipulation and enhanced senses. He sends fear to his victims and can also sense his victims' fear. And since he's a wolf, he should have a sense 100 times more superior to humans. And he also has acrobatic and at combat when fighting Puss. He can also manipulate vibrations while saying his name alone, which is pretty damn impressive. For overall, Def can at least be scaled to, at the very least, town out to planetary. That's where its consistent scaling goes from. Now let us go into our next combatant, or should I say combatants, the My Hero Academia franchise. Now, the canon fodder for the verse, such as the lower level heroes and season 1 and 2 versions of the UA students, their AP and durability is easily within the city block to multi-city block ranges, and also have supersonic to hypersonic plus speeds. For them as Deku in one of the calcs, it was calculated to be supersonic speeds and yet still below or what these low level fodder younger heroes can scale to in speed, and I will leave some calcs in the description. And as for the current and relevant people like Class 1A, Class 1B, the support course, third years, the pro heroes, villains, and vigilantes, most of them easily have the AP between multi-city block level to country level. And if you want to go a bit higher, you can even argue in a continental for the highest tiers like All Might, Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo, Shigaraki, and even All For One, and a few others. And as for speed, they easily have hypersonic plus the sub-relativistic speed feats, as I will show the calcs on the screen and in the description below this video. If you want to go a bit higher, there's also an argument for relativistic, since it was this calc that since Deku was able to evade Lady Nagant's hair bullets, was proved to be difficult to even avoid them at 45%. And even so, he was able to dodge some of them at even that. So at the very least, people within 45% one for all tier and above should scale to that sub-relative relativistic speed, as now we get to the ability. Well, for starters, in My Hero Academia, they have these abilities called quirks, and in this verse, they are used for different types of powers and abilities. Most of them have skills of martial artists, hand-to-hand combat, acrobatics, weapon mastery. For some of them, since some people can fight using other weapons, including their own quirks. Some quirks can amplify their stats to get stronger, durable, and faster. They can copy other quirks as well, like Monoma from Class 1B during the sports festival and joint training arc. A lot of people in the verse can predict other movements as well. Shigaraki can use Decay to turn his opponents into dust, which Shigaraki has shown consistently time and time again. Shinsu can also use mind hacks against his opponent for an advantage. Twice, and Toga can duplicate themselves into a massive army. With all this being said, My Hero Academia can range from the city block ranges to country pretty easily, and possibly even continental, and the speed is easily between supersonic and sub-rel to rel speeds. And now, as it stands, Def does have the AP advantage, and it's not even a debate there. We can take My Hero Academia highball into multi-continent. Def still has the same argument, but more concrete. And when we get to speed, Def is blitzing a lot of My Hero Academia characters, and most of them won't be able to sense his perception. But there are some who can blitz Def, but that isn't going to matter because his durability is at least the same, if not much higher. As for abilities, the ones that really matter are like Shigaraki's Decay, Shinsu's Mind Hacks, and even a few others like Eureka's Gravity is going to do absolutely nothing to Def, because nobody in the verse is going to do anything to a concept, let alone perceiving him. As I said before, Def can resist Shigaraki's Decay since he survived the Wishing Star, which is able to deconstruct people in the environment around it. There are people who argue that All Might has Fate Hacks, but that still won't be able to help because that so-called Fate Hacks is nothing on a concept like Death. And he also has Immortality type 8 because as long as Fear and Death exists, he can't really be beaten. And they will not have an answer for Death's fear manipulation, and what are they going to do when Death takes their souls? Honorable mention, there is Thane the Hero Killer. He does have fear manipulation, but not to the extent of what Death has. And plus, what are they going to do when Death takes their souls away? With that being said, Def wins this one with loads of possibly mid difficulty. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. And you can place your thoughts in the comment section below. Peace. Before y'all click off this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications, which is that bell right beside there after you subscribe. And y'all can also check out my social media in the descriptions below. You guys can follow me on my Twitter to keep up with recent tweets and news, and my Discord server is in the description box below as well. Since you guys did all that, have a great day and peace. Well.
I've seen you in pictures, but I gotta say, you're way grosser in person.
In the flesh.
Hell of a look! We heard you unlock quirks from users 4 and 6. Talk, you damn nerd!
This is gonna be fun.
Smoke screen! Landmine blast!
Float.
Heartbeat. Whoa! So fast!
I just love the smell of fear. Laughing now. Death. And I don't mean it metaphorically or rhetorically or poetically or theoretically or in any other fancy way. I'm death. Straight up.
It's really pissing me off. You two are done!
Firing makes it more fun for me. Pick it up.
Pick it up!
Lives flashing before your eyes.
Let's go! Beyond!
Voy a jugar con... You're ruining this for me. Live your life. Live it well. You know we will meet again, right?